Coast Main Line, Trent Valley, Class 350/1. Good evening and welcome to Stafford. Please allow passengers to board this service for London Euston. We are due to depart 1856. Let's check the old headlights, shall we? Make sure we're actually ready to go here. No, we're not. Anytime. That's better. Good. So I need to set you back into... that's not what I wanted. Get back in the cab. Right, are we... That's better. And now I need to set you and you. That's better. Now the controls are set up correctly. Right away, the next station stop is Rugeley, Trent Valley. Brakes off. And off we go. Next station, Rugeley, Trent Valley, 9.2 miles. Green light. Almost didn't check the speed limit there. I like the audio on this route, it's really nice. Still 25 limit. Going to get a brief flirt with 60 miles per hour before we get chumped back to 30 again. Right. Then we're going on to 50. Have I played more workshop scenarios or official scenarios? Oh, I don't know. Probably more workshop scenarios now. Because I like to show off workshop scenarios. Cheers, Ron Wirral. Thanks for joining us this evening. I like to show off workshop scenarios as part of the stream, sort of share the great work people are doing. Nolly Pratt, behind the scenes video is nearly done. I'm hoping to get it out by the weekend. $75. Great dog. Behind the scenes of the stream, sort of what's behind the green screen, the rest of the garage, tour of the garage, and also the sort of actually just I've also recorded a bunch of stuff actually behind the. Of while I was doing a stream, I actually recorded sort of a bunch of stuff from behind the scenes as well, so provides an interesting sort of perspective actually. I'm quite pleased with how that ended up coming out. So it's nearly there, it's all edited together, I just need to top it and tail it and then I'll get it uploaded. That's the warning for the drop to 50. What kind of car do I have? I've got a Toyota Prius. Don't spad. I shall try not to spad. Believe it or not, I always try not to spad. Oh, I like the little lights on the track down there. That's clever. I've not seen that before, but I don't think I've run this route at night before. Right, we're getting up to 90 miles per hour now. Oh, I don't normally have the full display up for these, do I? Yes, Moggy, a Prius. Yeah, it's the hybrid. .6 miles to Rugeley. Headlights are on, G-Force. Go on, Moggy, what car have you got? It's probably a hot Humvee. It's the approach control in front of us. And we're dropped to 50 as part of that. So at least get back up to the 50. I think I probably slowed down for that a little bit too early. A VW Golf, nice. We're actually plenty ahead of schedule, so I don't mind running a bit slower at the moment. Hey, Leandre 59300, thank you very much for the follow, much appreciated. What's this next light? It's yellow with a route indicator. Luke McGiffin 81, thank you for the follow as well, much appreciated. There's doubts about whether my lights are on. Let's just take a quick look, shall we? Look! Headlights are on! Need to find out what this next light is. Looks like it's a green. As long as I'm reading that correctly, we're good to go. 75 limit. Oh, I've got the daytime headlights on, haven't I? Yeah, you're quite right, Fringe Starling. There you go, now I've got the nighttime lights on. So much for me being a smart aleck then. What country has the best trains? All of the countries with trains have the best trains. See, Roger says I should be driving real trains. See, this is what I mean. Obviously I should be driving real trains. With no passengers. Or any other trains anywhere near me. French Starling didn't even think I was smart, let alone a smart aleck. Oh, fair enough, French. Can't argue with that, really. Rugeley coming up, 1.2 miles. Get off emergency. Ryuto, what looks cool about tomorrow's plan? Exactly.
This train is for
What's darkness done?
Calling at Rugeley Trent Valley, Lichfield Trent Valley, Tamworth, Atherstone, Nuneaton, Rugby, Northampton, Milton Keynes Central, Waterford Junction, and London Euston. The next stop is Rugeley Trent Valley. Please remember to take all of your luggage and personal belongings with you when leaving the train.
Right, Steve Van Epp says he'd ride with me. Awesome, dude. Probably as long as I stop saying dude, yeah. Frisco, okay. Thanks for stopping in. Slowed down a bit too sharpish here at this point, but we were early. With any luck, we'll be just about bang on time. Get off emergency. The scenario I'm playing right now is probably highlighted because I'm actually hovering over it myself. So what we got tomorrow? We've got Felixstowe containers, we've got Purfleet passenger, and then we've got a couple of DLC, whatever the DLC release is. If there is a release tomorrow. If not, I'll find something else to do. '57 Freightliner. Oh, that's good. We haven't run the '57 Freightliner in a while. UTX Sergio, I must admit I don't know exactly what the procedure is. Right away, next station stop is Lichfield Trent Valley. Certainly you should be prepared to stop, however that is. In Texas we call the Prius speed bumps or use them as tyre checks for our trailers. Alright, 75 limit. Next station is Lichfield, 8 miles. Simon Lund, I must admit I don't know. He said, when making scenarios with this train, do you need to include the announcement in a script or something? I believe you don't need to do any scripting, but I don't know how it is done. I think you put markers on the track, or they may even be just built into the route, to be honest, since obviously the same markers are going to always, the announcements are going to always happen at the same places. So I think it's all covered in the manual, though. So if you have read the manual, I think it covers how you make scenarios with the route. But I believe all of that stuff is accessible without having to use any scripting. Ryuchi says the 375 one of his favourite EMUs and the 57 his favourite Freightliner loco. Oh well, in that case. Awesome. Should be good then. Right, we're catching up on some time now. 6.8 miles to Lichfield, and we're about to get 110. Right. Right, we've let the train slow down too much now. Right, 110. C. Rogers. Oh, okay. How did you get on with the support team on your red signal? Almost up to 110. Sorry folks, I'm not paying quite as much attention to the chat because you do need to nail these scenarios quite hard to the speed limits to keep good time with them. So is everyone stocked up on their fill from the Get Games DLC sale? I don't know if everyone saw my notes on Twitter and Facebook about it. Get Games doing a summer encore sale, and we're including a bunch of Train Sim DLC at sort of 50% off, I think most of it was. If you haven't, then go to getgames.com and search for Dovetail Games. Yeah, who's holding me could overtake me? Out of order. Was it Green? Yes, I think actually it was Green Man Gaming, wasn't it? Sorry, yes, Kamali. greenmangaming.com. Lichfield coming up, 1 mile. Oh, this is going to be a tight one.
This train is for London Euston, calling at Lichfield, Trent Valley.
No, I missed this station.
Nuneaton,
Can't possibly get to this
Northampton,
station.
Milton Keynes Central, Waterford Junction, and
Oh no, we might make it.
the next stop is Lichfield.
It's going to be
Trent
tight, but
Valley.
we might make it.
Please remember to take all of your luggage and personal belongings with you when leaving the train.
Why's the brake come off? Don't come off brakes. Brakes keep coming off. Okay. Well, after that, it wasn't an Ebworth, so... Oh, dear. 373 points, Eurostar confirmed. Yeah, e-brake, handbrakes, wave your arms, dig a hole in the floor and put you and do a Fred Flintstone stop. Oh dear. I think the brakes coming off is possibly something to do with my rail driver. Alright, C. Rogers, that's really good. No, it's my software. So I should probably send that to you instead, shouldn't I, Moggy? I can't possibly get 1,000 now, Train Simmer, because I've just lost 2 points. Right away, next stop is Tamworth. Yeah, we're under a bridge at the moment. Or has the rain actually stopped? Let's turn the thing off. Right, 110. Yeah, it's the road to 998 points. Limit is 110. We're on the greens. Next station is Tamworth, 5.8 miles. How do you pronounce my name, Simon Lund? Pedalsdon. Think of pedal and pedalsdon. Close enough anyway. Should the speed fast and slow lines have any different speeds? I don't know. I think as long as you can get... I think the West Coast main line is limited to 125, so the only thing you could do is slow down the slow lines, and that doesn't seem productive. Timetable schedules for scenarios. Well, in the UK there's a site called Real-Time Trains, and you can get a lot of data from that. Matt, Prius driver. Matt's smug Prius driver. Do I have a den? I'm in the garage. We modified the garage basically to seal up the front door, put some carpet down, paint the walls. It looks all cosy in here now. Simon, look, real-time trains, is that what you mean? There's, what was the other one, Adama? Is it open train times or something? I mean, I think they all basically just source off Network Rail's data, so... Oh yes, everybody, don't forget, go and have a look at that Train Sim audio survey and fill it in. The more answers that the audio team get, the better. Yeah, do you want to take a moment now and go and fill in the audio survey for me? That would be much appreciated. $100 limit coming up. Tamworth station coming up. How are we doing for time? Slightly ahead of schedule.
This train is for London Euston, calling at Tamworth, Atherstone, Nuneaton, Rugby, Northampton, Milton Keynes Central, Waterford Junction, and London Euston. The next stop is Tamworth. Please remember to take all of your luggage and personal belongings with you when leaving the train.
What's the audio survey for? Well, it's really to get a better understanding of what, how everyone is using audio, consuming audio in the game, because it's important that however the audio team make audio, it's built and tested the way that most people listen to it. So that if for example the audio is built and tested with headphones, but most people use a 5.1 surround sound system, then it's not going to produce the ideal experience, and then they need to understand that. So they need, but basically it's trying to understand what people are doing. There's an expectation probably that a lot of people are using headphones, but that might be completely wrong, and it's really about understanding that. And also working out how many people have got EFX enabled, how many people don't even know what EFX is. It's EFX, for the record, is the thing that makes all the echoey sounds. Gives you all the extra reverb and echo when you go through tunnels and things like that, which is it's very atmospheric. So yeah, it's really about understanding what people know about the audio and how people use the audio to help the audio team do a better job. Right, off we go. Atherstone. Speed limit is 100. See, Rogers, do I have a model railway? Well, my father has an enormous 00 gauge railway, and I've got a little N gauge railway which is barely even started, let alone finished. But there'll be some clips of the N gauge railway on the behind the scenes video, since it's right behind me. Neutral section. Got a 75 limit coming up. Metro Rail Ram, what's the behind the scenes video? So when we passed 2,000 subscribers on YouTube, a number of people said that for the special they'd like to see sort of what goes on behind the green screen, have a tour of the garage where I'm sitting, and sort of see the rest of it, and then also to have a behind the scenes of actually while I'm doing a stream as well. So I've filmed all of that, and I've put most of it together. I've just got to finish it off and get it uploaded. So I'm hoping by the weekend just about it'll be there. Joe the Fish, what was the Saturday stream? That was me filming the behind the scenes. That looked rather good there with the road on the left and the car going up it. That looked really good actually. French Starling, you want me to do a face reveal? I'll do a face hide. There you go. I'll stop showing my face. You'll no longer have to look at my ugly mug after 3,000. What? We've already passed 4,000? CSX, yeah, I believe the HST is being removed from service over time. It's being replaced by the new Hitachi trains. Four miles to Atherstone, still in 75 limit. Simon Lund, if you've uploaded some shots to the Flickr group, then they'll almost certainly get used, yes. And thank you very much for that. I haven't gone in and checked the Flickr group in a while, but I'll be doing that. Nice one, C. Rogers. Good to hear you got a bargain. Bargains are always good. RCSX being replaced by Hitachi trains. You may not have heard that correctly, Joe. Oh. I didn't even notice the rain had stopped. I'm trying to keep up with the chat and pay attention to the driving. Something's got to give, and it seems like running the wipers unnecessarily is not that much of a painful miss. This is where you find someone's actually taken each false wipe of the screen and counted it as a separate fail. Wiped screen when didn't need to, fail. Wiped screen when didn't need to, fail. Wiped screen when didn't need to, fail. 40,000 fails later. Moggy, your Comanche picture was awesome. Can you see the camera views? Yes, shortly CSX. Let me just get stopped at this station. 60 limit coming into Atherstone. I'm getting overtaken again. If I got points taken off for it, I'd probably rage quit.
Calling at Atherstone, Nuneaton, Rugby, Northampton, Milton Keynes Central, Waterford Junction and London Euston. The next stop is Atherstone. Please remember to take all of your luggage and personal belongings with you when leaving the train.
Slow down a bit too much there. you, Tim Man. Said he drove one of the scenarios for the 350 yesterday and didn't notice the station until too late and stopped the train with one car in the platform. I think the brake just disappeared on me again. Put the thing on brake and sort of think to myself, oh, that's just going to stop, that'll be fine. Can you make waypoints and stops on career scenarios have different amounts of points? No. There is only one place to specify the number of points you get for each one. And then you just have to basically divide 1,000 by the number of point collecting bits there are. Use the buttons in the carriages. Oh, I would, but what would happen then is it would take me much longer to get out and press the buttons, and I'd be late for everything. Right away, driver. The next station is Nuneaton. But apparently you're not going to give me an away. I think you are. Alright then. So I find the doors are still open. Nope, they're not. Good. I thought I'd fixed it. Basically the problem is it's reading from this throttle lever, even though I want it to ignore the throttle lever. So every now and again it gets a little pulse from the throttle lever, which sets the brake to off. We're in a 60 limit at the moment, about to get 75. Next station, Nuneaton, 4.9 miles. How much coffee do I drink? Little as possible, to be honest. I like coffee, but I try not to drink too much of it. I haven't had any in the last few days. Right, so we're pretty much up to line speed now, and we are 3 seconds ahead of schedule. I can live with 3 seconds ahead of schedule. Three miles to go. Moggy never drinks coffee except for the times he's drinking coffee. I think that probably counts for me as well. Apparently I've got OCD. Why have I got OCD, Coaster Fan? Right, next signal is a double yellow. Oh, it's green. Good, good. We'll carry on going then. Obviously things are about to get interesting. More interesting. Okay, so what this means is we've got double yellow as our outer home, got a single yellow as our home, and then the starter is actually a red. So we're actually in... We're good to get into Nuneaton on time. And the stop there will give us time to let the train in front move away. Oh, obsessive coupling disorder, okay. I can live with that. Good night, Metra. Ah, actually, we've just gone to green there. So whatever was a train, it was probably a train in front of us which stopped at Nuneaton and we've caught up to it.
This train is for London Euston, calling at Nuneaton, Rugby, Northampton, Milton Keynes Central, Waterford Junction, and London Euston. The next stop is Nuneaton. Please remember to take all of your luggage and personal belongings with you when leaving the train.
Right, we're just coming into Nuneaton. Neutral section coming up after Nuneaton. Thank you very much for installing. Oh, obsessive caboose disorder. Okay. I think they should run HSTs on the Severn Valley Railway. That'd be awesome. Or the North Norfolk Railway. Right, what have we got going? Ah, Rugby's our next station and that's the end. Obsessive crashing disorder. I'd never crash. 1 million crashes. Right away, next stop is Rugby. HSDs have already effectively outlived. It was only because of the refurbishment that they got a big extension on their lives. The HST we all know and love has already gone. The Paxmans are already long gone. They're all MTUs now. It's a shadow of the real thing. .75 limit. No, I'm not going to throw the emergencies. I'm trying to get a good score. I've only got 27 points to get the gold. Oh, I forgot about the neutral section. Oops, never mind. We're almost caught up to one time. So we've got 12.6 miles to get to our next station at Rugby. We're due in about 12 minutes or thereabouts. which probably gives us plenty of time to catch up to that train in front of us, actually, which is probably going to cause us all sorts of problems. Railhead is back from a delicious dinner. Edward, the 350 is auto-healing, there's no need to run down and back up again. No, but leaving the power applied does give you a jolt. So while it auto-heals, it's good practice and nice to the passengers to put the power on 0 and then put it back on again after the neutral section. But no, the train's absolutely not got a problem with it. It auto-sorts itself out, as it says in the manual. So Railhead says, how do you know you entered a neutral section? So a neutral section is marked initially with a sign. There's a black sign with a white symbol on it, and then some distant point down the track there's a white sign with a black symbol on it, and then the neutral section itself is directly after that white sign. CSX does. Do you need licensing for a route that doesn't exist? It's mostly not that much the route. It's what trains do you want to run on it. So, for example, let's say you want to run an old line that Penn Central ran or something. Then you'd still need licensing because Penn Central as a company still exists. And I'm saying Pennsylvania Railroad, Penn Central, New York, New Haven, and Hartford Railroad. They all still exist and still. They're just effectively owned as they're just shell names now, owned by another company. So yeah, all of the license, any brand still exists. You can never assume a brand has died. They never ever die. So yeah, they're all still there. — 50 miles an hour. Get back up to 75 in just a moment. Off we go. Tell you one thing I noticed when I was watching the playback of the behind the scenes video, I never really appreciated just how much I belt this yellow button. It's actually my actual smacky button. I beat the heck out of it. I thought I was just sort of pressing it, you know, vigorously, and actually no, that's actually abuse. Button abuse. And it's yellow like a caboose as well. 6 miles to go, we're halfway there. We're running ahead of schedule, so we've got time to cool our heels a bit. Oh, Prince Starling says, reminder, neutral section right next to the rugby flyover. Thank you. I'm sure I'll have forgotten by the time I get there, but that's my fault. We're still getting greens, which is a good thing. Greens make everyone's life easier. I think I just saw that light in front of us go from yellow to green. I can't remember how long the music is in Train Sim 2015. But yes, it does just loop and start again. CSX, it's actually more important to get the licensing from the brand owner. Fringe Starlin, you said something about West Coast Main Line. There is no point doing a West Coast, a London Euston to Birmingham route without the Virgin license. I just don't see the point. Better off waiting until you can do it. Then you do a cracking new Pendolino, and you do it really nice. So it's just a question of patience, really. 60 speed limit coming up. There's a wiper. Has it stopped raining? I can barely see out of the screen at the moment. I've got my lights turned on quite bright in here so that you can see my lovely face. There you go, black sign just went past, and unfortunately it means I'm finding it quite difficult to see the screen. .60 limit, and that's a yellow light in front of us. And there indeed is Rugby. Now if that's a double yellow, then that means we are clear into Rugby. That would be a great time to get an AWS fail, wouldn't it? Right, folks, I'm going to concentrate on the last little bit of this scenario now. I'll be with you in the chat in a moment. Neutral.
This train is for London Euston, calling at Rugby, Northampton, Milton Keynes Central, Waterford Junction and London Euston. The next stop is Rugby. Please remember to take all of your luggage and personal belongings with you when leaving the train.
Right, so we're coming up to Rugby. I'm slowing down a bit now. We're actually not far off 90 seconds, 2 minutes ahead of schedule, so don't need to rush this last bit. I love the way the points are all lit up. I think that's a really, really nice touch. And we're almost coming into Rugby, 1/5 of a mile. Occurs to me I should try and stop at the station. See you later, Joe. Thanks for joining. Yeah, I nearly abused that button. Pressed the button and nothing happened. Doors open. Can we see the cab views? Yeah, certainly. So I can put the cab light on. Is there a cab light? Or am I looking at the wrong thing? There you go. There's your cab desk light. Cab light. So we've got the standing up. We've got spinning around. We've got the door. And we can sit in the passenger seat. Or we can stand in front of a door. Sit in a nice seat. Enjoy the ride, what there is left of it, which is none at all. And we can come around here and shut that door again. And then get back in our seat. And then over here you've got the other. You've got the second man seat over there. .998 points. That's all I was expecting after 2 points on the emergency brake. Well done. Another driver will take the train forward. I still got gold medal. Gold medal! Watch him get 5 points. Right. Oh, look at that nearly perfect run. Just except for when that brake decided it wouldn't run on. Ugh, that's annoying. Never mind. That's cool. That means that I've got good scores on those. I'm getting good scores now on all of the scenarios on this route. Yes, as Train Simmer says. Right, now we've got one more to do, which is a relatively short one. So let me switch over to changing route, and we'll do our last scenario for the night. This one is on Soldier Summit. It's using the new SD9, and it's by